Hey, what's up guys? So in this lesson, I'm going to introduce the concept of counterpoint. I'm going to make a part 2 of this because it's such a deep subject and really interesting. So I'm just going to start with this lesson by introducing the concept and explaining the different categories. So counterpoint, just the term itself, means point against point. And so what we're talking about here is the study of intervals. And so one note against another note and how those two notes interact with each other. So there's 4 main categories, or there's only 4 categories of counterpoint. There's parallel motion, there's similar motion, there's contrary, and oblique motion. So parallel motion is what most guitar players are, familiar with, which is just taking, for instance, like a power chord and then moving that to another power chord. So by keeping the shape the same, the notes are moving in the same with the same distance. So like this note is going up a fourth, and then this note is going up a fourth. So that would be parallel motion. Similar motion is where each note is moving in the same direction, but at different lengths. So if you're to start with that power chord right here, and have this note right here go up a minor third, and then this note go up a major second. So that would be an example of similar motion. And contrary motion is where the notes move in the opposite direction from one another. And it doesn't matter if one goes up a major second, the other goes down a minor second. That's contrary motion. So starting with, say, how about on the 7th fret, a fourth again, and this note goes up a major second, and this note goes down a major second. So you get... So that would be contrary motion. And then oblique motion is where one note stays right where it is and the other note moves. So starting with that last interval here, if this note stayed right where it is and then this note moved, say, down, that would be oblique motion. So in the next lesson, I'm going to lay out some different exercises, but what you could do right away is just pick one of those categories and create an exercise for yourself. So, say you want to practice contrary motion. So you would want to just pick a key, say A minor, and then just stay on those 2 strings and either go up or go down on those 2 strings. And so, contrary motion exercise, you could go... so that would be an example of creating a contrary motion, just going up on those 2 strings. So that's what I would recommend to start with, is just start on 2 strings, pick a category, and just get familiar with each one of those categories. And what it does is it just kind of gets you thinking and hearing a little bit differently. And you could certainly start involving more than just 2 notes at a time. You can get into 3 notes and 4 notes and 5 notes. It can get really complex. But just initially starting with the study of just 2 intervals, or just an interval at a time, and then moving it. I think that's a really good place to start. It's just 2 notes at a time and then moving it however you choose. So again, either in the category of parallel or similar or contrary or oblique. And so I hope you guys, take one of those categories, explore it, and it'll definitely open up some ways of thinking and ways of hearing and kind of perceiving the guitar and different keys. All right, guys, I'll explain more about this topic in the next lesson, and I hope you give it a try and you enjoy it. All right, see you guys in the next lesson.